I'm Darryl Jones here with the Dead Daisies, and you're watching Noise11.
We welcome Darryl Jones from the Dead Daisies. It sounds good saying Darryl Jones from the Dead Daisies into the band.
Right,
Yeah, bass player extraordinaire into Australia and then out of here in a few days to go and see the UK.
Yeah.
Tell me about your phone call. Come and join the Dead Daisies. How did that come about?
Actually, who was it that called? I think it kind of started. Well, first of all, I was made aware of the Dead Daisies by Charlie Drayton, and he had been talking about working with the band and how he enjoyed it, and it's great, it's great classic rock and roll, and Richard Fortas and I worked on with another group. And he mentioned, he says, yeah, man, there's going to be some, so if you're interested. I said, well, yeah, man, definitely, So I think it was Richard who gave them, I'm not sure Richard or Charlie, but one of them gave someone my email, and Dave Edwards called, and we put it together, man.
And you just happen to have a couple of spare months together, so off you went.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't been on the road with Charlie for a very long time. When I think about how long ago that was. I can't count
with
that
Keith, that was...
No, I was never in that band. That was Jerome. Smith. Jerome Smith played bass with that band, but Charlie and I played with Herbie Hancock a number of years ago.
Right.
Like Headhunters thing.
Wow.
So we haven't been on the road together since then.
When I look at the credits that you've had, I mean, working with Miles Davis for a start.
Yeah.
How incredible was that?
That was incredible. That was it was. I've never met anyone. I've never met anyone who loved music more than Miles. And people talk a lot about, they throw the genius word around, and I don't have any doubt about that, but I think the thing that a lot of people miss is that he worked very, very hard at it. I mean, I don't know that many people who would come home from a gig and listen to the gig 2 or 3 times before they go to sleep, and call you in the middle of the night and say, okay, don't play that no more. And literally constantly working on trying to make the music better. And everything that has come since then, I must say I owe a debt of gratitude to him, because when you go and audition for a gig and people say, well, who have you played for? I say, well, I played with Miles Davis.
Yeah.
It tends to open attitude.
It looks good on a resume, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. And far beyond that, it was a great, great learning experience. I just learned how to listen in a different kind of way. I learned how to engage with musicians in a way that I don't know that I would have learned.
But it was so freeform. I mean, did you have to follow the master when you were performing in the band?
Well, it was even more than following the master, following the music. That was what he encouraged. It was just being in the moment and making choices that that enrich the music. I think that probably is something that I've been doing before I met him, but it was certainly bolstered by my work with him. He's just an amazing person.
Yeah. Well, you've had a busy year. I mean, the 50 and counting shows, which we saw, some of on TV.
Yeah.
Still waiting for a few tour announcements there, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm hoping that that's going to come soon. There are rumblings, like there always are. But I'm hoping that there's going to be more. Because I feel like the band is playing really great right now, or were when we were, last spring when we were playing. I just felt like everybody, we had the momentum of the previous year, those gigs at the end of the year, and I think that it's coming together in a way that I don't think we've sounded bad a lot, since I've been in the band. That's going on that's actually more than 20 years now that I've been with the band, but right now, everybody, it just really gelled. The gigs at Hyde Park were really pretty good, I think. And I hear that there's some footage of them, and people were telling me that it looks good.
Oh yeah, well, the DVD at Hyde Park is out there now, starring your wonderful self. What about the special guests on those shows? When did you find out who was going to be performing with you?
Sound check is when I found out.
Really?
You look around and Tom Waits would be standing there. It's like, oh, okay, I guess he's on with us.
Yeah.
You know? So no, I mean, they may have known earlier, but that's when I found out. I found out pretty much at sound check.
Tom Waits was pretty incredible.
Oh man, I dig him.
But Gary Clark Jr. Those.
Oh,
man.
Great man, really, really great.
Yeah.
And I just love that he. Man, he just plays the blues, but there's a fresh energy with it. You know, he's something special. I'm really looking forward to hearing more and more from him.
There's the 2 tracks on Guru. Were there any more in the studio, or just those 2?
We just worked on those 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just worked on those 2. But when I think back about the recording that I've done with them over the years, there's still a lot of stuff that nobody's ever heard. There's still a lot of very good stuff. I don't think no one's heard. So,
back in the Bigger Bang sessions?
Bigger Bang sessions. Going back to Voodoo Lounge, which was my first record, everything that we recorded did not make it onto that record. There's some other really great pieces there.
So for the next 200 years, we'll be having Stones Rarities albums on the way.
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
How much time have you got to give Dead Daisies?
We're in this until basically Christmas, and who knows, maybe there'll be more another time. Hopefully I get asked back. You know, I'd like to. I like all the guys. I like the music quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Well, maybe you can talk that other group that you hang around with every now and then to come down here, and the Dead Daisies can open for them.
Yeah,
you can be in both bands.
That's an exciting idea. Okay, great. Yeah.
Yes, you feel free to pass that on to Sir Mick for me.
Okay, I will absolutely. Okay.
All right, Darryl Jones joining us here at Noise 11.